What's good, world? So I'm gonna get right to it. As you know, uh, Kamala Harris picked Tim Walz as her vice president, and he is a what some would consider a progressive. Um, the reason for me making this video is I don't believe that this scenario that you're seeing right here is going to be a reality that most of these progressives that are celebrating. I don't think that's going to be a reality for you because I understand what you're wanting, and I don't believe you're going to get it with these individuals. And I will show why. So just pay attention to the video. What made me make this video is I saw the excitement from Kyle Kalinske, and I saw the excitement from the Young Turks. So, and I understand neither one of those individuals are corporate Democrats. They're not corporate Democrats. They are the true progressives. However, yes, this pick is awesome for those that, might want to lean towards, that progressive understanding. But what's underneath the surface is, to me, is quite more telling than anybody ever imagined. And I'm going to, basically show that. So, I don't know if you all have noticed, but just the other day, Joe Biden's senior economic advisor, Gene Sperling, he left. Now, mind you, just a quick reminder to everybody, we're currently in a Biden-Harris administration. Okay, just so we all understand where we at. We all grown-ups here, right? We're in this situation with them, and the economic advisor to Biden has left. Now, many people speculate, wonder what's going on. Many people will say, oh, it's because he's spending a lot of money in Ukraine. It's because he's spending a lot of money with Israel. He's spending money here, spending money there. There's, what's going on? I'm here to tell you, I don't believe that's the cause. What I believe, Mr. Gene Sperling, what I believe that he left, and, I might be proven wrong later, but I believe he left because he has to explain what is going on with the Federal Reserve. Okay? Now, if you haven't noticed by now, me and a few other individuals that have been talking about the AMC community, GME community, okay? I want you guys to take a look at something before your eyes, okay? This is important to share to anybody out there, whether they're a Democrat, Republican, I don't care. So, I want y'all to check this out now, okay? Let's go ahead and dip on in the past. Obama and Trump, they barely needed to spend any. I mean, they were spending money with banks, right? They let the Federal Reserve spend money. Federal Reserve needed money, and then of course during Trump years. This is before COVID. There was really no money going out. Everybody's doing just fine, obviously, right? And then COVID hit. And then, of course, you see that spike. Everybody went home. Federal Reserve needed some money to make things shake. And then nobody really needed money after that. I want you to see that with your own eyes. Trump gets out. January 6th happens. Nobody can't stop talking about it. Biden's running the country. Federal Reserve is not spending no money. Okay? You see that, right? That's February 9th. Barely any money went out. Barely any money. March 1st, 2021, no money went out. So this right here confirms COVID wasn't affecting the Federal Reserve or the banks. There was no, Trump tariffs caused the Federal Reserve to blow a bunch of money. Not on March 1st. That wasn't a concern then, was it? Wasn't a concern. Okay? But then the meme stocks came, right? A lot of people understood from January what was going on. but nobody really understood. And then once everybody got their taxes, obviously, they started buying the stock because they like the stock. It's a movie company. It's a game company. They like the stock. And they started holding it. And sure enough, everybody started wondering, why my share price not reflecting what's going on? And then they realized, wait a minute, these bankers are running to the Federal Reserve and having it spent every single day. Now, many people speculate, oh, it's because of Trump. It's because of this. It's because of that. People, keep in mind of this. All while this is happening, we're in a Biden-Harris administration. And so since we're in this administration dealing with inflation, does it not make sense that this is your source of inflation? Sure looks like a source to me. Now, today is what? August the 7th? Why are banks getting this money today? Well, many people will say many things, but we've been watching the Dow get propped up. We watched Jim Cramer say, oh, we're in a recessionless recession. And he's making up stuff. We got the press secretary for Biden currently. They like, we've reached a level of recession. And she's like, well, what's your definition of it? I don't know. She blew it off. Well, of course you would want to blow it off because you don't want to have to answer for all of this. Okay? Oh, and while all of this is happening, while everybody's propping up the market, right? We're watching everybody on CNBC say this almost every single day. Markets are counting on the Fed to head off recession with sizable interest rate cuts. We need rate cuts. Rate cuts in September. We need rate cuts in September. Please give us a rate cut in September, Fed. Please give it to us. Please. And they're begging every day for rate cuts. All the bankers. Matter of fact, let's talk about those bankers really quick. Boom. All right. Look at these bankers. You see these bankers? All of these guys owe a fuck ton of derivatives. Okay? So look at this. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, they owe way more derivatives than the entire United States debt by themselves. Does that not worry anybody? Just wondering. So, Phil, where are you going with everything that you said in the beginning? Well, just give me a second. Let me just show you some more receipts, okay? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the current swaps that is out there right now. Because, some of the Trump, some of the, the Biden supporters, Harris supporters, they're going to use Trump spending $8 trillion as an excuse to say, oh, it's because he spent this and it just caused an explosion. No, the Fed does not spend no money on COVID, as we all saw. COVID was a problem. They didn't need to spend that much. The banks didn't need that much. Why are the banks needing this much? Are you not putting it together yet? Oh, yeah, because this money is going to hedge funds, family offices that don't report their monies. Okay? And oh, yeah, some of these same bankers and family offices are connected to corporate Democrats. Do you understand? So, this is 7.359 quadrillion in swaps. Does that not frighten you, anyone out there that's looking to vote for Harris? Does that not scare you? It should scare you because you're going to be paying for that. unless we get the orange guy in there, unfortunately, right? And I'm not sitting here capping for the guy. I'm just saying he's laid out solutions to fix this. How do we know this, Phil? How do you know this? Well, he came out and said, number one, he wants to abolish the Fed. Number one, because, wouldn't you want to abolish them, seeing them after watching them blow the entire United States economy bag on bankers? Wouldn't you be upset about that? I'm pretty sure you would be. Oh, and he also mentioned he wants to ban CBDCs. Yeah, the digital coin that the Fed wants to come out with, basically to run away from their problems. I'm pretty sure you will want to get, make that happen, right? Ban that so that these bankers don't have a way to hide everything again, because the more they hide money, the more they create swaps. Do you not understand yet? And oh, trust me, I'm just a music producer, okay? So, again, derivatives are being created out of thin air, getting higher and higher and higher. The Fed is getting tired. The Fed is literally, look how much the Fed spent today. Only $286 billion. And mind you, I'm going to remind everybody, they've been spending, the Federal Reserve has been spending every day since the beginning of 2021 in a Biden-Harris administration. So, when you see people, okay, when you see Kamala Harris hire Meg Thee Stallion to twerk, when you see her saying, hey, I'm this race, I'm that race, and then she's like, dang, I need more than just black and the gays. I need more people. I need to convince the progressives, because those are the ones that make the most sense. Who do you hire? The progressive. Why? Because you're just like this guy. Okay? You're just like this guy. You don't want to talk about this. You do not want to talk about and even have a solution to stop this or answer for this. So, I'm just here to say to all the Kyle Kalinskis of the world, because I'm a fan of yours, brother, the Young Turks, and to any other progressives, the Rational Nationals even, right? I'm here to talk to y'all. I see that y'all celebrating, but just remember, these are corporate Democrats, okay? These are corporate Democrats. Putting that out there, okay? They are trying to do everything. As you know, some black people don't like the fact that Democrats always pander to our race instead of pander to our pockets. They quick to throw on the kente cloths and hold their fists up. But now they're doing the same thing to you. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. So just think twice before you go to, woo, this is great, celebration time. Hold your horses, because I'm telling you right now, you're probably wondering where is this all going? What happens if the banks crash? Well, if these banks crash because Trump gets in office and he shuts them down for stealing all of the taxpayer dollars, which is all what this is, right? If he gets in there and shuts them down, yes, the banks will crash. So it is not financial advice, but you probably want to get a credit union. Why? Because credit unions don't owe derivatives. Okay? Now, with that being said, I'm going to give you this number to look at one more time. You see that? And so some of you are like, but the market is as best as it's ever been. Yeah, when the Federal Reserve is pumping and printing money every single day since 2021. For what reason? Not COVID. Wasn't COVID. It was because these banks are running from margin calls. Hedge funds are running from margin calls. The government, obviously, the Fed, obviously, is running from margin calls. So, the Dow is great, but yeah, it's propped. So I'm just going to quote myself before I go. And as you know, I'm a music producer that loves video games and movies. But to quote myself, oh, you think she bad, but she smokes crack. Oh, you think she thick, but her booty flat. And that's all my time I got for you today. And I hope you heard the message and hear it clear. Because one day, they're going to have to answer. Especially this guy. You might see a subpoena his way in the near future. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace.